Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel, Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. So in today's video, we are going to do a full body workout. I've been working out consistently for the past 2 weeks, 2 days on, 1 day off. Want to play with the weights, still kind of sore, but here we are at it again at the gym. Starting with this time pronated grip weighted pull-ups with a 45 pound plate. Trying to go as high as I can, but my body's still sore. Um, Try to lower the weight. And when I wrap these, I try to do a double loop on the chain so that way it's closer to the hip area. So that way I feel like it's not dragging me down as I do the pull up. So ideally, when you get to that strength level of doing weighted calisthenics, you want to double loop your chain and have it close at your hips. So I'm trying to make sure that it's tightly secure, and then once again pronated grip, and I'm trying to do the best as I can, having my chin past the bar so that way I get the full range of motion. Obviously, if I were to drop down the weight, I will my body will be able to go much higher, right? So that's how it works. This will transfer over to your different workouts to do these much more easy when you drop the weight. So check out the all black Gymshark fit, Gymshark t-shirt, Gymshark shorts. Trying to get these new looks for you guys. So I am doing close grip weighted dips, 45-pound plate again. Trying to feel that deep stretch all the way down as I come up. And this has really blown up my triceps a lot, filling up my sleeves of my shirt because triceps takes out the most portion of your arm. So that's what you want to focus on. Um, so as you see again, double looping on the chain and then trying to go as many reps as I can on these weighted dips. So as you see, you're gonna feel that stretch on the lower chest. Try to hold it there. So that way you can feel the full contraction. Try to go all the way down, all the way up. Controlled as best as you can with these type of workouts, right? And then we do the glute kickback machine. I have been progressing slowly every 10 pounds a week. Um, Trying to feel the full range of motion. This is going to work out your hamstrings and your glutes. This is similar to what a seated leg press does, and I feel it much more here, depending on what type of leg press machine that I use. Trying to kick all the way back explosively and then try to control the weight as I release the machine as I get closer to the standard position. So kicking explosively and then slowly reaching back from your starting position. And this is a fun workout. This pretty much replaces the kickbacks that you would do when you would put the strap on your ankle on the cable machine, right? This pretty much does that with an easier setup, not so much hassle trying to figure out the perfect position when you want to do this on a cable machine. It's just the kickback machines pretty useful in my opinion. So after we do some of these glute kickbacks, we are doing the V grip rows. So trying to keep my back straight or just slightly leaning back. When you do these, pretty much working the lats, working the biceps and forearms. So since we have already done the pronated grip pull up, which mainly focuses and targets the upper back, this is focusing more on the lats. So the hand position definitely targets different back muscles. So pronated grip, when your fists are forward, it does the upper back. Neutral grip, such as this one, does the lats, the middle back, and an underhand grip does the lower back area. So we're not doing too much today. I want to go for higher reps since my body was still recovering. And I definitely feel that stretch on my biceps, my forearms, and my back. Pretty good machine. I love the V grip. And then from there, we are doing hammer curls. So with these hammer curls, targets the forearms and the biceps, longer head. I have been spamming out the reverse grip barbells with the hammer curls and regular bicep curls. But today I just wanted to keep it somewhat light and just, rep out 40 pounds. When you do these hammer curls or any bicep curl motion, keep your elbows locked in place, uh, so that way you can feel the full range of motion. The shoulders are also locked in place as well. So I'm doing these standing. I am slightly rocking my body as I do these, but when I go heavier, I like to do them one at a time to feel more stability, to make sure that I'm keeping myself accountable, that I'm going all the way up as I'm going all the way down on these hammer curls. 7 to 8 reps is pretty much what I do when I go heavier. And then we do lateral raises with the dumbbells. I have 17.5s. Trying to reach fatigue when I do these, trying to reach failure. And I like to do these when I do them seated. If I don't feel like doing the bench support, I like to sit at the edge of the seat. So that way I don't feel like anything's getting in the way. Um, Trying to reach parallel from the ground as I do these. And then I just reach failure and I do the half partial reps. And from this angle, you see that it targets the lateral head of the shoulders. And then I'm doing like a last minute twist on my wrist to feel it more on my shoulders. Uh, when you go light though, you do want to keep a high rep count because you don't need to go as heavy when you do the lateral raises. Following this routine with the full body workouts is going to hit a majority part of the body because we're doing only 2 sets of each muscle group. So then when I hit the reverse flies, notice how my hand position is in a pronated grip. For me personally, this targets more the rear deltoids. I feel it more on that part. So trying to do these controlled with the lighter weight, trying to go for as many reps as I can, 10 to 15 reps if you go the lighter weight. And again, as you notice, I am sitting at the edge of the seat of the bench. This helps me to make sure that I can do these reverse flies under my legs without having anything in the way to, bump into them by mistake, right? Removing all obstacles. This also targets the trap muscles as well when you do the reverse flies and this type of grip. Pretty sure the other one does it as well with the neutral grip, but I feel it much more here. This is my preference of how I do this for the reverse flies, hitting the rear deltoids. And then trying to make sure that my triceps don't get neglected, even though we did the weighted dips. On a cable machine with this type of bar, I am trying to keep my elbows locked in as well as my shoulders. So that concept also applied from the hammer curls, doing it for the triceps. So I do 10 reps as much as I can till I feel the fatigue hitting. And then right after, I drop 10 pounds. And then I go the other way, the overhead tricep extension. This is going to make sure that you target all 3 heads of your triceps to make sure that you have that horseshoe shape pop out from all angles. So that way you're able to fill out your shirt more, have stronger pushing power, pushing strength for anything that you do in real life or just carrying over to the other type of lifts that you do, like shoulder press or bench press. So you see here, my elbows are locked in as well as my shoulders, and trying to make sure that I get the full range of motion, stopping right at the chest area when you do these tricep pushdowns. And then as you see, dropping down 10 pounds. And then I like to step forward and lean down 45 degrees so that way the ball does not hit my head when I do these overhead tricep extensions. Same concept though, elbows and shoulders are locked in place. And then we are going to do more legs. I feel like they're hard for me to grow. On this machine, that's the closest that I was able to go. I know different leg press machines have different ranges of motion, but that's the closest it has. So we were able to do full stack today, hit a new PR, which would be 400 pounds for this machine. I know that the closer you go, you feel it more, but for this leg press, this is as far as it goes. So the reason I'm looking down is because I'm trying to make sure that I don't slam the weight, but also letting the plates rest on the position itself, so that way I'm able to target the hamstrings and the glutes properly. Trying to go nice and controlled, right? So that way you can feel it on your hamstrings and glutes, make that pop out on the lower body, right? This is pretty difficult to do for me like the past few months, but being able to reach full stack is a great PR for me. So I also noticed that when I have my feet facing 45 degrees, it's easier on the knee joints, right? So feeling very proud of myself doing the full stack. Now I just got to figure out those 10 pounds of the clip. And then to target more of the quad area, we do the leg extension machines. So I've been going, dropping the weights, trying to make sure that I feel the burn as I do them. Remember that today we're doing 2 sets of everything. So 2 sets would be all you need. Since we're doing full body, trying to make sure you're doing high quality reps. And then from there, we are doing another set, resting 2 minutes in between. And as you see, it's targeting the quad area. I like to hold myself, uh, pin myself in that position so that way my legs are getting focused on and I'm not using my entire body to do these leg extensions. Right? So thank you. I will catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.